right or left? Oh wait, here's a place right here. There's two welcome to Ceilings. Welcome to Seiling, welcome to Seiling.
They really want us to be welcome.
My name is Chism Sander. We are in Seiling, Oklahoma, USA, and we are at my family fireworks stand, which I've been doing all my life. I'm 28, and I remember ever since I was a baby, I guess, that we've always done this right here in Seiling. It's been in the, looking back, it's been, I think, a long time ago, 30 years ago. It was my first cousins, and before that, I'm sure it was her dad's, my uncle, and so it's been in the family probably close to 50 years, I'm guessing, a long time. It's really a family ordeal. I hate to say that there is a boss, because there's really not. It's really a family unorganized event, I guess to say. There doesn't necessarily have to be a boss. We all kind of know our fireworks. We go to a show every year and judge all the big stuff, and we get to really be choosy and pick our products. So everybody kind of has a pretty good grasp on everything, I think. Oh yeah, we know. That's the good thing about being in a small town. We really know our customers. We know about everybody that comes up. They're our neighbors, they're our friends, they're our family. So that's the other good thing about being here, is you get to see a lot of friends. You get to be around a lot of good people.
Tell us a few families about, like, if these people walked up, they'd definitely get this or that. I mean, is that okay for you to say?
It might be. There's several prominent families. I hate to single any family out, but there's a lot of really good buyers out there that really put on a good show and put on some good product out for their families and even the communities. Just down the road here, Sander family, Bill and Joy and Wanda and Roger Duffy, they put on one heck of a show. They're kind of neighbors, and they really put a nice show together. I think it's safe to say that a lot of these people around here like fireworks and spend enough money and as much money as what some towns do on their town show. It's,
well, they like that.
Yeah, people like fireworks. Everybody likes fireworks. It's like Christmas. People always find a way, you know, even if someone's really broke, they always find a way to get Christmas presents. And I think that's kind of relevant to the firework business. Even when people are down and they're going through a tough time, they find a way.
The last 5 years, except this year, have been extremely drought-ridden, especially in western Oklahoma,
Yes.
and especially in northwestern Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
And so how did that kind of drought affect you guys and this tradition and all of your business? Did it?
Well, it certainly affected us. It was really tough, and a lot of times we were just in complete burn bans, and you have to be. You can't risk burning the country down with some fireworks. So it's absolutely understandable, all the livestock and the hay and everything else. So it's been really tough. There was a couple years where it was not worth selling fireworks, but we did anyways. We carried on the tradition, but it certainly wasn't a very good year, that's for sure. I think this is going to be a good year. I hope it is. It's green. When the 4th rolls around, it might not be as wet as what it has been, but we got enough rain where it's definitely going to be green. I think it all kind of goes back down to the sense of community. Walking down the street or driving down the road, and you recognizing and realizing who people are in their vehicles, the friendly wave, the finger waves, the farmer waves. It's just a lifestyle, it's a culture, and it's something that when you move away for a couple of years or go to college or do whatever, go on vacation even, you notice that those little things aren't there where you are and where you're going. And when you come back home, it's the little things that people really like here, I think.
So, finger waves, little waves.
The nods, the hellos, the social graces, everything like that. It's really for the most part a really polite and wonderful community. Everyone is very gracious. Everyone knows and counts their blessings. I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but it's a really good community.
What's the best time of the year to be in Seiling?
You know, I think that's different for everybody. For me, I'm more of a kind of a fall. That way you can get your hunting in, the leaves, and all the creek beds are nice and colorful, cool weather. I really like the fall, mainly for hunting, but summer is a heck of a time, especially when it's green. Summer's a really good time. The ponds are full. You can get enough fishing in. The rivers are full. That was the other thing about the drought. One of the really bad things is you couldn't do any fishing. The ponds were drying up. The rivers were too shallow to hold any fish. And that kind of played back into the culture. People like to fish and hunt here. That's what this atmosphere is all about. That's what's in the culture. And that really hurt with the drought. You couldn't hunt, couldn't fish. You were really limited in a lot of ways.
Is hunting like a tradition for you, just like the fireworks?
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as you walk in my door, you'll see a big deer with antlers that my dad shot, and it's a monster deer, but it's definitely in the culture too. We kind of bleed it in a lot of ways. We love our game, we love to hunt. It's probably safe to say we love our guns.
So does the deer have a name?
No, I've never had a name. That's something like my fiance would probably want to do. Yeah, I don't know if we had a name.
Definitely like put jingle bells on it for Christmas or something.
Yeah, the deer usually dons a Santa hat or something of the sort.
So, has anybody purchased the Willie?
I don't know if anybody's purchased any of these Duck Commander products yet, but they've been pretty popular. Everyone sure asks about them. They look really nice, and I know for firsthand that they really put on a good thump. You feel it in your chest. The shows that we go to are really an event, and we eat dinner and we get there right before dark, and then we sit there for about 2 straight hours and we judge every single thing you see. And we have a notepad, we have little flashlights, we have pins, we have scoring sheets, we have lines to write in our comments, and we judge every one of these, and it's definitely a big event.
It's like a wine tasting.
It totally
Yeah,
is.
definitely, kind of like a wine tasting. And they just light them, boom, 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 over and over. There's no break or pause, they just keep lighting them.
That's kind of cool.
It's fun.
All right. We haven't had a gun conversation yet, I don't think. I mean,
And you might
we had
not.
one person say, I don't want to talk about it, I think, but
I think, guns is a really tricky conversation to have because everyone has a different stance and everyone's very firm on their stances about it, and that's fair enough. But I know out here, we were all born and raised around guns. We sat right by them in the pickup truck. We took them hunting as much as we could. We took them down to the creek to shoot birds. We did everything. We were born and raised on them. And those are, not necessarily, a lot of people have pistols and people like their pistols too, but everyone, if you were born in a rural community, many, many, many people were born and raised around rifles. And I think the gun conversation probably needs to be more intertwined with the mental health conversation. I think that's what that boils down to. But like I say, that's a tough conversation to have. Golly, I don't even know where to start with my sales pitch. Goodness gracious. Like I say, since we get to go to the show, we really get to be selective in our picking, and so we're really pleased with all our products. We really like our 500 grams. That's the state legal limit in our classification of fireworks.
More I seek, less I find. I know it's the rivers that will sink, and the depth of me will grow. Coming in and gone is a current day connection.